FXB, we're going to do a firmware update of the FTM300. You're going to need your USB cable that will be in the box. So it comes in 3 stages. You've got the DSP, the main and the sub. Just remember that when you update the main part, you plug into the base unit. When you update the sub part, you plug into the head unit, where the screen is. And there are switches on both units which you switch to update, and then the DSP is slightly different program there, and you basically hold down I think it's the DX button and the F button. Whilst you turn it on, it puts it into DSP update mode. So hope this video helps. Catch you later. M0FXB, going to do an FT300 firmware update. The date is the 11th of the 12th 2020. So go to the Yaesu site, select FT300 and then go to Files. Let's have a look on this list here. Firmware. FT, want the DE version because I'm in Europe, and we will click it. And if we move that up a bit, you can see that the file is loading there. Once it loads, click it and you'll get the extraction window. And then I've already created a file. There's your extraction window, a file that's on my desktop that's called FT300. So we'll extract it to, and then we'll go desktop, and then we'll scroll down, find FT300 somewhere. We'll click OK, and we'll go find that file. Okay, here's the file of the firmware update. We'll double click the instructions, and we'll have a look at that in a sec. So firmware, it's version 120. There's 2 parts to it. Well, there's actually 3 looking at this. There's the DSP, which I don't think I've ever done that before, the main version and the sub version, and you have to flick a switch for each. That's why we're going to follow the instructions step by step. Now, there are separate instructions for DSP. The sub and the main are separate instructions. So let's have a look at that. So there's a note here that says if you're preparing to do the update tool for the first time, you need to go through this procedure here. Preparing Microsoft Net Framework 3.5 Service Pack 1. Now, I think I'll do a separate video for that because this is just about getting the firmware uploaded. And I've done it on this computer before, so I couldn't do this part anyway. So maybe I'll dig out a different computer. So when you run this firmware update, we'll do the main version first. It automatically installs the driver for you. But if you haven't done that, you need to download the driver for this first before you connect the radio to the computer. So do that first. So let's double click do the main one first. So we'll double click that. So we'll start off by double clicking the FTM300 main. We'll double click that. We'll click yes, and you get this window come up. So let's just follow the instructions for this window. Zoom in a bit. So we're going to click install driver, install. Let's just watch what it does. I might get a thing saying that I've installed it before because I have updated the 300 before. So let's just watch what it says. yeah, it's saying repair and install because it's had it before, but that's fine. So we can cancel that. We'll click yes, finish. Now we'll go, right, it says here, let's do it one step at a time. Switch the device you want to update program mode. After switching program mode, connect the device to your computer using a USB cable, then press next. So we'll do number 1 first. Check your firmware version first, so hold down the F, turn it to display, push the knob here, scroll down to number 5, and then your version will be there. So you need to just make sure that you haven't already updated. Right, we're going to turn it off. There you go. It's quite hard to see, but there's a little switch here. Just here. It's black. And we're going to flick it to programming mode. It actually says update if you flick it to the right, so it's quite fiddly. One sec. Okay, we've flicked it to the right. It's a bit it was a bit stiff, but it's there. Right, we flicked it to the right. So after it to the right, connect the device to the computer using the USB cable. Hit next. We've done USB driver install. Let's click update. Disconnect the power supply from the main body. So we'll turn the power off. Switch the program and CPU to update on the right. We've done that. Connect the USB cable. We've done that. Connect the power cable to the main body to supply power. Turn that back on. Power's back on. But the radio's off. Click OK. And nothing located. So what have we done wrong? Something. The mistake I made was I was relying on the SCU20 cable that goes in the back to do it, but no, you have to take the cable out of the box, and then you plug it in here above the firmware update, and then that's the one you plug in your computer. So we're going to now start again. Disconnect the power cable from the body. We've done. Switch the program to update, flicking it to the right, which is underneath the USB connection on the main body. Done. Connect the FT300 to your PC. So we'll do that now. Just done. That's it. It's not powered up. Connect the power cable to the main body. We'll do that. You heard the computer make a noise then. If you look, what's appeared here in the device manager it says here Renes's USB development tools, software devices, and I'm pretty sure that's the one we need. I'll leave that there so you can see it. Right, now we're going to click OK. It's found the firmware this time, which is here in blue. For the main, we're doing the main body, which is up here. We'll click OK. And then let this do its thing. So that's the main body. Firmware complete. I'll click OK. So disconnect the power cable from the main body. So we'll turn it off. Disconnect the data cable. Done. You see that it vanished on the right hand side. Switch the program to normal mode, which we will do. So I'll show you myself doing that. It's a bit fiddly. I've taken out the USB cable. And there you are, we flicked it across to the left. We'll turn it, so we flicked it back, we'll turn it on. So we're going to turn this radio back on and we got to do a full reset. So let's put the power on. We'll do a full reset. So at the moment it wouldn't have, right, so it wouldn't have updated yet. So if we go F and we look at the display, it should still say, oh, it has said 1.2, but it has also told us to do a full reset. So I think we should do it really, as it says. Let's go back. We'll do as we're told. Go to full reset, which is here. We'll hit it. Really should have backed up everything onto your SD card really, if you don't want to lose everything. But I'm just going to do it. So factory reset. Select OK. And when it resets, it will ask you to put your call sign back in. See, it says completed. And then get your call sign back in there. Just give me 1 sec to put that in. Okay, well the call sign's back in. So if we hit F, display, go to number 5, software version. We're at 1.2. Now we're going to do the sub version. We're going to do the DSP next. So let's double click it. And we've got the tool here. Pause 1 sec. Now we've got to put it into DSP update mode. So you hold down the DX, the F. Let's turn it off first, I think. DX, the F, and then turn it on. It says DSP update, and then you push the D. Right, it now says DSP COM. Back to the computer, we're going to double click this tool. We are connected, the USB is connected to the main unit of the radio and the computer, so that's connected. Let's find our, which COM we're on. So we'll have a look in the device manager. So it looks like we're on COM 10. We'll select COM 10 and we'll click OK, update. Please check the version number, DSP, blah, blah, blah. OK. Saying updating. Seems to be working fine. Then we'll go back and have a go at doing the sub version. Okay, so that's completed there, and the radio is showing that there, right end. So that's the DSP updated. Then it says turn the power off, disconnect the cable to the PC, and then connect the external power or battery to the transceiver. So let's do that. So the DSP version is now 7.11. Now we're going to have a go at the sub version. We're going to do the sub part now. So we'll double click sub, get this window. We've got the update program in front of us now. We'll click update. So it has asked us in the main manual to, when the power of the FT300 is on, press and hold and turn the power off. So we'll do that now. Right, that's off. Then it says disconnect the power from the transceiver. We've done that. Then it says move the switch on the back of the front panel to program mode. So there's the switch. I'll flick it up. There you go, in the up position. And there's a little diagram of it there. Then it says connect the front head unit to the PC. So not the main unit, it's the front head unit. So remember, with the sub, you're not plugging the cable into the main body, you're plugging it into the front panel unit, as you can see. So we'll click OK. Probably needed to turn the power on, so let me just cancel that a minute. Right, just gone back a touch. So now it says connect the USB to the side of the head unit. We've done that. Now it says connect the power. You hear the computer make a noise there. Click OK. Now it's appeared. The firmware is here for the sub version. Then we'll click OK. And then whilst it updates, I'll pause it, otherwise you'll get bored. I'll just let it start. There it goes. Back when it gets to the end. Right, so we're nearing the end now. Takes about 3 minutes. There you go. Firmware update complete. Click OK. And then let's follow the instructions. Disconnect the power cable from the main body. We'll turn the power off. Disconnect the USB. Done that. Switch the program switch on the back of the front unit back to normal. And connect the power back to the main body. The power's back on. Let's turn it on. It's coming on. So we've got to perform a full reset first. So to do that, hold down the F. Go to reset. Do factory reset. Select OK. Again, we'll have to put our core sign in, because a Fusion radio won't work without your core sign in it. Well, it won't work on Fusion. And then we'll check that the software firmware version numbers are the updated ones. So we're back on now. Let's hold down the F, hit display, go to number 5, and that's it. We're all updated. 1.2, 1.1 and 7.11. Most of the update stuff was for Bluetooth, so check that out. See what you think of any obvious changes for Bluetooth. Hope this helps. Please subscribe and like, and catch you on air. M0FXB73. A new firmware update on the FTM300 that we've just done. Let's have a quick look at what it includes. It's because a lot of it is Bluetooth. So let's hit the F button, go to option and Bluetooth. We'll turn that on, and then I think this is a different menu. So device, not sure what that does. Search, connect. Well, that looks pretty good. So let's do a search. We'll just turn a Bluetooth off on one of my devices. On, I mean. Right, so Bluetooth's on. We'll do a search. Yeah, it's found my BlueStack straight away. It's not really clear. This it's a bit glary, so it's not really clear what here. But I'm trying to get it clearer. So anyway, go back. Status disconnected. Save off. Audio. Auto fix. In fix, apparently, it lets you hear from the radio and the speaker you're connected to at the same time. Save. Leave that on. So the best thing is have a play with Bluetooth and see what we think. Cheers.